In this video, we're going to go through the process of installing Ubuntu 24 in VirtualBox on Windows 11. So first, you want to make sure virtualization is enabled on your system. So if you go to Task Manager and under Performance CPU, there's a little listing for virtualization, and I can see it's enabled. On a lot of modern systems, this will be already enabled and you won't have to do anything extra. If it's not enabled, and assuming your CPU supports it, you'll just have to go into the BIOS and enable it from there. Just as an example, the setting often looks something like this. So once you've rebooted your computer and launched the BIOS, look for a setting similar to this and just make sure it's enabled. And then we can just do a Google search for VirtualBox. Go ahead and download and choose a suitable option based on what system you're running. I'm just running Windows, so I'll download this one. The setup's pretty straightforward. Just run it, next, finish, and you'll have VirtualBox ready to go. So we'll also want to go and grab the Ubuntu 24 ISO. So if we go over and we can see the link here, you'll want to grab a copy of the Ubuntu ISO. So at the time of this recording, you can just go to this link here and download Ubuntu Desktop. So with VirtualBox installed and a copy of the Ubuntu ISO, we can open up VirtualBox, go up to New, set the name to whatever you want. I'll just go with Ubuntu 24. Choose a location for your virtual machine, and then we want to set the ISO image to the one we just downloaded. We can see here it's already populated these details based on the ISO. Okay, so I'll leave this selected, proceed with unattended installation. And then in here we just want to go ahead and set up the username and password we want to use to log into the system. You can set the host name to whatever you like. I'm just going to leave it as is. We won't worry about installing guest editions just yet. So let's go ahead to specify virtual hardware. So I'd recommend increasing these settings a little bit. So as long as you're anywhere within the green bar, you shouldn't have any issues. I'll just go around 9 gig of memory and 4 CPUs. Alright, so we'll go ahead with the virtual hard disk. I'd suggest somewhere around 40 gigabytes. Doesn't have to be, but that's sort of a good number, I reckon. Okay, so at this point we don't have to do anything else, so we'll just go ahead and click finish. And then the machine will go ahead and power itself up and we can do the next steps. Now in my case, once it's powered on and launched, it'll go through the installation all by itself and I basically won't have to touch it. Now, if you have a few extra steps, we'll also quickly run through that, which will essentially be you'll choose a language, click next here. You can test the keyboard here. Normally the default's going to work fine. Click next. Use wired connection, next. Skip. Install Ubuntu. We'll go with interactive installation. Default selection. Here I would recommend checking both of these options. Next. Erase disk and install Ubuntu. Now this doesn't erase your physical hard drive, so you won't lose any data. It's just referring to the virtual disk. So it's safe to select this option. Next. Go ahead and set up your user account, whatever details you would like to put here. Next. Select your time zone and install. So it'll go through the process here and install the operating system. And then once the installation is completed, you'll be presented with this screen. So we just want to go ahead and restart now. So after the restart, the VM will go ahead and launch itself into the login screen. And we're nearly finished at this point. We will just need to address a few issues. So at the moment, if you try to maximize the screen, you'll find that the guest screen itself doesn't actually maximize. So we'll go ahead and address that now. So you'll just want to log in using the credentials you set up during the installation. We'll be presented with this first time screen where we just go next, skip for now, and don't want to share data, next, finish. So first of all, we just want to go ahead and update the system. So let's go down to the bottom left, open up the terminal, and run the following command. So this is just going to update the system and make sure we have all the latest packages and security updates and so forth. Okay, so once all of that's finished, we also want to go ahead and run the following command. Just note this one down and go ahead and run that. Yes. And now we just want to go ahead and install the guest edition. So if we go up to the top devices, insert guest edition CD image, we'll see a disk appear down here. So we can just click that, run software, run, enter your password. Okay, so that is completed, and now we just want to go up and reboot the system fully. We'll actually do a full shutdown, power off, yes. At this point, what I'd recommend doing is increasing the display memory to the max you can set it to. So if we click the settings, display, and I'm going to increase that to 128. All the rest of it I'll leave as it is. And we'll go ahead and power it on again. Okay, so that's power back on, and now we should be able to maximize the screen, and we can see the resolution of the guest OS is also maximized. So that covers the entire installation process. Normally pretty straightforward. Hopefully you didn't have any issues. See you later.